Yeah.
People are more and more curious to ask a lot of questions. I hope you spare time with us.
Yes, yes, I'm enjoying myself
Uh,
answering.
Fatima, I will take your question, and I've got your request. Since you're there, I will be taking your question in the last. So, shall we continue with Vidhi now? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. A
Hi.
very warm welcome. Hi, ma'am. Myself Vidhi here. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. You're
Thank.
looking stunning, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
So your book is just a blessing to all the students who are pursuing fashion designing. And we are so blessed that we got this opportunity by ISFT to read your book and ask you to and talk to you too. So my question for you is, talking about all the experiences in this book, have you yourself been a victim?
A victim of the experiences. No,
Conversations in this book, like in the question and answer format, have you yourself experienced those all or some?
no, no. Well, unfortunately or fortunately, I haven't experienced any of that, but I have heard about these incidents. I have seen these incidents taking place, and I have been sort of a observer and a onlooker, like the fly on the wall type, and that's how the book came about. But no, I haven't. No. Vidhi.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, I had another question. It was pleasure hearing you, ma'am. I had another question. May I?
Yeah. Yes, please.
So, since since each and every person has to face failure once in life, at least once. So, in your long run, did you yourself face failure, which give you a thought that changing your track?
Yes. Now that's a great question. Yes, of course, I had a lot of failures also, but I continued with my passion for fashion. The first failure I experienced was when I was starting to model. And I wanted to model for the magazine Eve's Weekly, which was one of the top magazines of our time, Eve's Weekly and Femina. And I was asked to come for a trial shoot, and I was immediately rejected because they said that, I just didn't have it. I wasn't suitable at all for modeling. So there ended my dreams of being on the cover or in the fashion feature of Eve's Weekly. Fortunately, soon after that, there was a fashion show which was organized by Tata Textiles, and they needed different types of models for the ramp. It was a show for 1 week. The shows were 3 times a day, just like in the movies, and it was held in Bombay House, which is the head office of Tata Textiles. And they wanted models of different age groups. So they had a mature model, they had a pregnant model, they had children who were 5 and 6 years old, and they wanted a teenage model. And I fitted into that age group very well, but I had never modeled before on the ramp. But when I went to meet the organizer, the designer who was designing the clothes, I did my audition of walking in front of her, and she looked at me and she said, how old are you? So I said, I'm 17. And she said, why are you walking like a 17-year-old woman? So I was like, I was walking fantastically. And she said, I cannot take you to walk like a 70-year-old woman, walk like a 17-year-old girl. And fortunately, I didn't fail there. And I got selected in the fashion show. So I've had several. I've had problems selling or getting my articles published on fashion, because there were so many fashion newspapers and magazines that never accepted fashion articles. And I had to persuade them, convince, sell them the stories, sell them the ideas, and then they would take them and use them in some corner when there was no advertisement available. So it's a tough. It was tough in the beginning. Yes. Did I answer that?
Yeah.
Vidhi?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yes.
ma'am. It was pleasure hearing you. I value and respect your opinions, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your
Thank you.
experiences. Now I
Thank
hand it
you.
over
Thank
to
you.
Pooja Dubaria. Thank you, ma'am. Pooja Dubaria, take
Yes.
over.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
My name is Pooja Dubaria. Your
Hi.
book is awesome.
Thank
It
you.
gives us knowledge about our glamorous industry. My question
Sorry.
is to you,
Yes.
mentor mama. If it is happening in a on a big scale, as you written in your book, don't you think it is an adverse effect on the deserving and upcoming new professionals?
You're talking about Mentor Mama.
Yes.
Sorry. I think, why would you say that it's unfair to the deserving students? You tell me that, Pooja. Why would you
मैं
say?
हाँ, जैसे कि मतलब वो स्टोरी में कैसा है कि पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चे को क्योंकि हम अ, खुद के लिए खुद का नाम करना है इसलिए हम वो अपने बच्चे को लेके आती है लेके आते हैं तो वो उनको ही मोटिवेट करते हैं अगर जो न्यू आएगा तो उनको नहीं करेंगे भले ना उनके किड्स उतने टैलेंटेड नहीं है जो अभी अपकमिंग नया जो भी आया है उससे फिर भी वो अपने लिए अपने लिए अपने बच्चे को ही आगे करेंगे वैसे
Okay, so in life, I think every parent, mother or father, would feels that their child is the best. Isn't that true?
ओके
Yeah. I mean,
यस
I'm
यस
sure your
ट्रू
parents think you're the best. Yes.
यस
And
यस
you think your parents are the best, right?
यस
So this two-way affection is normal, and
Okay.
I'm sure that the parents would like to promote their children. But what is important is, does the child want to be promoted in the profession that the parents want he or she to follow? That is very important.
यस यस
So the parents might push the child because they want to get a bit of the reflected limelight from the child. But, it might be unfair for the child. So that's where this story is to, highlight that does the child want it, or does the mother want to be famous through the child?
या
Okay, Pooja?
ओके यस
Meher,
थैंक यू मैम
if I can just interrupt again,
Yes, tell.
I think the students of ISFT should realize, whether you'd like to admit it or not, that there is so much truth in your book. If they read between the lines, they'll realize. Now, even the young student who asked you now
Yeah.
about the mentorship mamas,
Yes.
there are so many, you see, and this is what
यस
has been going on for years. So every students, I'm trying to tell you that everything in the book has got so much of truth. Of course, Meher has elaborated and made it more dramatic and more funny.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that there is a lot of truth involved in this book, but as humorously as she has presented it.
Thank you, Hemant. I'm glad you're reading between the lines, as I think you are.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Yes. What's the next question?
थैंक यू मैम
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, dear.
नाउ आई हैंड ओवर टू विश्वजा
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Myself, Vishwaja Khandilkar.
Hi, Vishwaja.
Hello, ma'am. You're looking so pretty today.
Thank you. Thank you. I try my best.
Yeah. We all are glad that we got this opportunity to read this book. Now, moving to the question. My question is from chapter Please for Publicity. Ma'am, why all big designers prefer foreign journalism to promote themselves instead of local journalism?
Yes. Now you'll have to ask them when you get into the fashion business that why are designers running after foreign journalists and
Oh,
the local ones.
Oh.
There are a lot of designers who do value the local journalists, because after all, if you're selling in India, you need to publicize yourself in India and not worry about abroad. But you know how it is. We sometimes like validation from the West, like, you know, we think that turmeric is now great because it's valued by the West, though we've had turmeric in our lives, all our lives, and we've been having turmeric every single day of our life. Or even basmati rice, which has suddenly become popular, but we've had basmati rice for years. But that is how it is, you know. Be happy with your own achievements, Indian achievements. Don't worry about, you know, foreigners saying that you are great and all that, because after all, you have to be great in India and you're an Indian. So that is very important. Does that help, Vishwaja?
Yes, ma'am, sure. Thank you for sharing your answer and experience. Now I would like to, my dear Varsha, will continue.
Ma'am,
End करना है?
Hi, Basha.
अजी 5-6 जन
evening, ma'am. Myself, Varsha Jokarwala, second year diploma student. Thank you, Suvidha ma'am, and our mentor who suggested us this book. And I am very grateful to talk to you, ma'am. Ma'am, my question from naming like chapter. My question, if everything is easily available to a person just because that person has strong financial and social background, but that person doesn't have any idea of fashion designing, then how come other people with more talent and less access resource will make their place in fashion industry?
Varsha?
Ma'am?
Yes, Varsha, where are you? Yes, okay, I'm seeing Pooja, that's why. Varsha, you know, that is sometimes the way of the world, that power and money can push people into the forefront. But I would say that eventually it is talent and creativity that will succeed, because you can, you know, publicize yourself as much as you want and have hoardings or whatever and interviews. But if you're not talented in the profession that you're doing and you're not creative, then at some time or the other, you are going to stay behind. So it is definitely creativity and talent. I know it will be harder for a person who has no financial backing to make a name, but persistence and passion, these two P's are very important in your view to make some name for yourself. Okay, Varsha?
Thank you, ma'am, for your guidance. Now Yasira will take you.
Thank you. Hello, ma'am. My name is Dukka Yasira.
Yeah.
I'm third year degree student from ISFT.
Yes.
Your book is just amazing and I just love it.
Thank you.
So my question from the chapter Top of the Ladder. Is it important to have money to become a society diva?
What was the chapter you said? Top?
Top of the ladder.
Top of the ladder. Okay. Yes. Yes. Is it what important? Sorry.
Is it important to have money to become a society diva?
I think that is what is the way forward. Yeah, I'm sorry, Yastra, but you know, at times money does talk a lot. And when you're talking about society diva, and in the story you must have read that it requires a lot of effort and a lot of expense. So unless you are, you know, really financially strong, it's going to be difficult to be a diva or whatever they like to call themselves. But it also depends on the person and how important it is for them to be recognized as a society diva. That is the message I'm trying to give in that story. Because for some women, it is important, and for some, it doesn't matter. You know, you can be a normal human being with 2 feet on the ground. It is a little tricky over here, and that is what I'm trying to say in that story. I hope that answers.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Arya, can you continue?
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Myself, Arya Patil. I'm a third year degree student of ISFT.
Hi, Arya.
Your book has given me so much of knowledge, and I'm so lucky to have this opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you.
So my question is, ma'am, you're such an amazing critic. So would like to know, do you get negative reviews? And if yes, how do you deal with it?
So far, they've been pretty positive. Yeah. I mean, in life, there is everybody has their likes. I mean, even I sometimes a movie might be great for everybody, but I may not like it. But that's a subjective thing. You don't expect everybody to love you. Otherwise it would be wonderful. But there would be people who don't like it, and there are people who like it. And as long as there are a balance of people, it doesn't matter. Everyone. It's not as if I'm running for a popularity contest or something. You have to take the yes and the no in the same way. So I'm okay. I don't expect everybody to like the book, and it depends on how you see it. There are many books I have read which I have loved a lot, and there are many books which I have read but I have not been too happy about them. But that's a personal thing. It doesn't matter. The same way in fashion designing, there are some collections which are loved by everybody, and some collections which are criticized very badly by the media. But that doesn't mean that the clothes don't sell. There is some buyer or some customer who will buy that dress and wear it. So it's extremely subjective. It's so one has to look at it in a very objective manner. Okay, Arya?
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. I would like Tejal to continue.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Tejal.
Ma'am, I'm Tejal Mehta. And ma'am, I just loved your book, and your book is too good. And ma'am, my question to you is regarding the advantages and the disadvantages of the offline and the online stores. So according to you, what will be the situation after the pandemic ends?
I think I answered the question when one of the other students asked, but definitely after the pandemic ends, you will still find that the online business is going to be quite strong, because that is the way the people are going now. Even after it ends, the facilities and the flexibility that an online business gives you is far greater than the one offline. But that doesn't mean that the offline stores or businesses are going to shut down or not do well. There are people, and even I myself, I would like to go to a store and just walk around and do some window shopping, or walk into a mall and just have a cup of coffee and look at some more clothes. I may not buy them, but just look at them. So that feeling, that experiencing of the physical buying will be there in people. And but online will be very strong. So earlier it was like 30% online and 70% offline. Now it might be even like 50-50, with 50% online and 50% offline. So it will be
that's great.
As the science and technology progresses, who knows, maybe online might take over offline.
Offline. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next, Rukai will take over, ma'am.
Do we have Rukaya? Is Rukaya around? Okay,
yes, ma'am. Yes, sorry, I didn't hear.
Okay.
Hello.
Wow. Okay, Rukaya, continue.
Yeah, Priyanka.
Myself, Rukaya Manihar, and I'm a third year student, degree student. And ma'am, your book is just amazing, and it is just so informative, and I am so grateful that I've got this opportunity to ask a question.
Thank
So
you.
my question to you is, according to you, how designers in the places where the top brands are ruling over the fashion industry?
As I've mentioned a little earlier, you have it very easy now because of social media. And your first step would be to try and promote yourself on the different social media handles and platforms. And then gradually move into the offline stores. Because it's much safer, much easier, and much cheaper to be online than to be offline. So go step by step, have a small collection, have something, create your own website so that your customers can check onto it, and then be prepared to sell online by manufacturing the garments on time. Because there's no point in having a website or being online and you can't deliver anything. That's the worst thing that you do for your career. Okay, so definitely go online. That is the easiest and the best way right now for new designers. Okay, does that answer? Okay. Is that okay, Rukia?
Yeah, ma'am.
Arpita, you can take over.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Arpita.
Hello, Daya here. I'm a third-year degree student of ISFT. And in your book, you have covered all the perspective of the fashion world. So my question is from chapter Fake Insta. So my question is, how important is the page 3? Row is so important. Front row of Fashion Week.
Oh, the Pro Queens.
Pro.
Okay. I don't think it's important at all. Not at all, because I always sit in the second row when I'm covering the fashion weeks. It's so much more comfortable to sit in the second row where you can stretch your legs and be, really relax. And especially if you have to see every show for 5 days and you're seeing 10 designers a day, I don't the front row. I'd rather sit in the second row and be absolutely comfortable and relaxed. But for some people, it matters a lot that they have to be in the front row. It's like a personal insult to them if they're not in the front row. And that is extremely sad because, how can a chair in the front row add to your personality? I mean, one should have enough personality of one's own to be able to make an impression. You don't need furniture to do that. So,
ma'am, I have another question. So is celebrity designing and showroom from upcoming designers?
Your voice is breaking, Arpita, so I didn't get it. Rupa, can you give me that answer, please?
Yeah, I'll just tell it on behalf of Arpita. Ma'am, she's asking is there anything beyond high-end boutiques, celebrity designing and showrooms for the upcoming design?
Yes, there are. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, then you go online and that is where you will do your selling. Of a group by themselves. Celebrity designers are by a group amongst themselves. You decide what group you want to belong to. Do you want to belong to the classes or do you want to belong to the masses? That is what you should decide on. And accordingly follow it. Both are equally good. Masses are equally good and classes are equally good. The masses, you need to have large quantities and quick deliveries. The classes, you need extremely good quality and fabulous creativity, which is not a copy of other things. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. So I would like Khushbu to take over it.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Khushbu.
My name is Khushbu Singh. I am third-year student from ISFT.
Yeah.
It was a very informative and fun book. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to have this session with you.
Thank you.
My question to you is, as you have mentioned page 3 quite a few times in your book, and it's a page and it's a page which holds a lot of importance for celebrities. Something like page 3 will come in the near future just for and his or her work.
The page 3 has been there for a long time. Started now. And it's a page of society happenings and society divas. And it adds to people's egos, it adds to their thrill of knowing that they are featured. But over a period of time, I have noticed that the page 3 personalities and celebrities who were there in the 1970s and 80s are no longer there. So just like movie stars, when they grow older, they don't get too many movies. The page 3 personalities also, as they grow older, the media loses interest in them and they are pushed to maybe the last page. So page 3 has a very short life also.
Meher ma'am, your Khushbu's question was actually, I think it got interrupted. Your question was something like page 3 will only come up specially for designers. So is in the newer future?
Okay. Is there a page 3 for design? But there is. I mean, designers are featured on page 3. If you see cities, Delhi, even in Mumbai, there are papers that feature designers, but feature designers not maybe for their work so much as for the socializing that they do. So I don't know whether page 3 is something where designers should aim to be featured on. It's better to be featured in a magazine which deals with fashion in its purest sense. Okay, Khushbu, did that answer it? Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Now I hand it over to Lakshita.
Hi, ma'am. Myself, Lakshita Sangvi.
Yeah, Lakshita. Hi.
Ma'am, in your chapter, Image Designer,
Yes.
Image Designer totally changes a person image. So according to you, how important is that change?
The image designer is a newfound profession that has come in, like a stylist. So an image designer does help someone who doesn't know exactly what she should wear or he should wear, what hairstyle she should do, what makeup, and also how to behave. So we had finishing schools before, or grooming schools, which were there before. Now it's just got a different title. It's called image designer or image, consultant. So that's the difference between it. But there are a lot of schools, grooming schools, and etiquette schools, and finishing schools, which teach young ladies and men how to behave, how to dress, etc. I myself have given talks in various finishing schools in India about how to dress, what to wear, which is quite important because, your first impression that you make is the most lasting impression. So it's important how you look and how you dress. And if you're not too sure about how to dress and look, it's better to ask someone who can guide you. Okay, Lakshita?
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. This is the closest chapter to to me, especially. I'm being into this profession. I really thoroughly enjoyed it because actually it gives two sides of the society. Where one side we are actually trying to change our image, but genuinely people do ask us, is it really important? And you really answered it very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rupa. Yes. Who's the next one?
Pooja Yadav.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Pooja Yadav.
Yes.
Of second year fashion student. I would like to thank ISFT for giving in such an opportunity to talk to you. So, ma'am, my question to you is that from the chapter Fashion Financing. Ma'am, investing in fashion business is quite risky because fashion trends are temporary and short-term?
Yes, I mean, it depends on who the financier is. If the financier has got deep pockets and can finance, then it's okay. But if you have noticed, a lot of Indian designers are struggling to get financiers, and very, very few have managed to get them. And these financiers have helped them. I think Shantanu and Nikhil have got a financier, and they are going to open stores all over India. So, but somehow the financiers feel that, first of all, they feel that the Indian designers are not disciplined enough, not punctual, not professional, and therefore they don't want to finance them. And the other reason is that how fast are the returns for the financier? Okay, so that is why it's a little difficult for Indian designers.
Khyati to continue.
Hello, ma'am. Myself, Khyati Bafna. I am the first year student of ISFT College. Ma'am, my question is from the chapter Fashion Tough Drivers. My question is, why is this happening with every intern? Why every designer's treatment towards interns is very rude? And do you think that there should some rules made so that designers cannot do such rude behavior?
Why have you heard of someone who has had this experience, Kathy?
Oh, ma'am, you had mentioned it in this chapter.
I mean, besides reading it, have you heard of any intern being?
No, ma'am, no, not yet, not yet.
Not yet. Well, you know how life is. People want to. At times, they tend to use an assistant in not an exactly favorable manner. But there are, of course, designers who have treated their interns so well that the interns have now become big designers. You know, most of the new young designers who are making a name for themselves have interned with all the top designers in the business, and they're doing very well. Just now, in fact, yesterday, the label Bloni had interned with Tarun Tailiani. And Bloni showed an amazing collection yesterday at the FDCI Fashion Week. So there are lots of interns who have been working with designers, and the designers have encouraged and promoted the interns into starting their own label. So there are very rare cases where the designer has not been very kind. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your awareness. And I would like to hand over to Tripti.
Thank you, Khyati.
Yeah,
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Tripti.
Myself, Tripti from ISFT.
Yeah.
My question is with reference to the chapter Playing Safe.
Yeah.
There are so many options in the fashion field. Do you think it is better to switch over from one line of garment to another, or polishing yourself in the same line is better?
See, it depends, Tripti, very much on what you want. If you are not very sure of the line that you are following, then maybe, there are designers who suddenly branch out into another category or segment of fashion. But stuck into their category, come what may, whether they've been successful or not, they have pushed through and achieved a reasonable amount of success. But there are some who may be not even qualified designers, and therefore they are like fly-by-night designers who want to try everything, want to try every dish on the menu and then maybe order what they want. So similarly, there are designers who feel they'll try this category, that category, see which one they can hit on, and then stick to that. So it is a personal thing, a personal choice of the designer, how they want to chart their career. Do they want to flit from one category to another, or do they want to stay in one category and develop it and perfect it?
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, can I continue with another question?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Does fashion designing industry allow designers to express their individuality, or does it force them to create stuff which has high sellable value?
Tripti, now the fashion business is being driven by the customer. Earlier in the 50s and 60s, it was the fashion designer who drove the fashion business. So if you notice in the 60s, if it was the mini, then everybody wore the mini. In 70s were midi, everybody wore the midi. In the 80s, if it was power shoulders, everyone wore power shoulders and all that. But now it's the customer who's driving the trends and the designer, and therefore it is necessary that the designer follows what the customer wants. And that is extremely good because now everything is in trend. The minis are there, the midis are there, the maxis are there, even some power shoulders are coming in. And it's a happy mingling of different trends depending on what the customer wants. So the customer is now driving the designers and not the designer driving the customer. Okay, Tripti.
Thank you, ma'am, for your work. Now I would like to hand over to Disha.
Thank you, Tripti. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Disha.
Myself, Disha Gaikar. Ma'am, it's an honor to have you here with us for this conversation. And I really enjoyed reading your book, which gives us the insight and reality check about the fashion and film industry. So my question to you, ma'am, is fashion styling equally important to fashion designing? If yes, then which one has the good career?
First of all, fashion styling is a branch of fashion designing. So if you're a fashion designer, then you can be a fashion stylist. But if you are only wanting to be a fashion stylist with no knowledge of design, that's going to be a little difficult. Because as a stylist, you may sometimes have to design something for the customer that you're styling for. So therefore, fashion styling is part of fashion design. And both need to be given importance. Definitely fashion designing is very important. Okay, Disha?
Thank you, ma'am.
Is Fatima there? Yeah, Fatima, you can ask your question now.
My heartiest welcome goes to you, ma'am.
Fatima, little loud. Fatima, little loud.
Hello. My heartiest welcome goes to you, ma'am. I'm Fatima Khan from ISFT College.
Hi, Fatima.
The content into your book, ma'am, it really helped me become more productive. I'm blissful that I got the opportunity to read your book and talk to you also. My question for you is, what are the reasons behind the concept of brand ambassador and why it is spreading very heavily, or it is necessary or not?
Afa, this is a question I'm going to ask you. Are you buying things when you see a Bollywood star, promoting it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Like what? Which products would you buy if a Bollywood star is promoting?
Some brands of clothing.
Clothing, okay.
Yeah.
So if the Bollywood star says this dress is very nice, then you will buy it.
Sometimes.
Even if it doesn't suit you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a brand ambassador is nothing but a highly paid model. Okay?
Yeah.
It could have been a model in their place, and the model would have said, eat this biscuit or buy this dress or drink this soft drink. So the reason why companies use movie stars is because they have a recognition amongst the common people, and therefore they say, oh, if Kareena Kapoor sells this product, then it has to be good. But that is not an exactly good way of buying a product, because I don't look at the brand ambassadors when I'm buying anything. I buy it if I find that the product is good because I like it. I have tested it. I have used it and I found it useful. Otherwise, it could be the greatest star in Hollywood promoting it, and I would not buy it. So it depends on the customer's intelligence and also knowledge of how important it is to try out the product yourself and then buy it. So brand ambassadors, I feel, are just highly paid movie stars who become brand ambassadors in their spare time when they don't have movies.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. I think we have done with all the students. If anybody is left and we have just skipped anyone, so please let us know. Is there anyone? Okay. Now I would like Sanchi to take over, please.
I
Hi,
think
Sanchi.
Sanchi is.
Bhavani can continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hi,
I would like. Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Hello, Hemant sir. I would like to do the final vote of thanks. We are done with the questions. I'm sure, ma'am, you must have enjoyed today's session.
Oh, I really enjoyed, and I'm so glad that the students have all read the book and enjoyed it and understood it and got the message from the different stories that I have written.
Yes, definitely. In fact, they are preparing to get into the industry soon. So, this is going to be like a guide to them. And to sum up everything, I would like to say, would like to share my views on the book. There is a lot of spice in the book. There is a lot of entertainment. At the same time, it is highlighting the ground reality. And it has been penned so well without offending anyone, yet conveying the message. And you have used your scintillating wit to, convey everything with ease. And my personal favorite from the book was the chapter of Bombshell, the lovely fun title which you have given to it.
Okay.
And really found, in fact, all the chapters have this real versus real, and really thoroughly enjoyed. So I would like to thank you for writing this book on behalf of entire ISFT team. And also want to thank everyone who is there in the webinar today, including Hemant sir, all the faculty members of ISFT, Priyanka Dalmia, Sachi Agarwal, Ashwini Vig, Suvidha, of course, and all the students. They have really worked hard today, and they were really nervous that we are going to face Meher ma'am and we are going to ask all these questions to the Meher ma'am. So
and terrific questions from the students as well.
Yes, very interesting. They've all read the book, which is very, and makes me very happy that they've all read the book. Yes,
we had in fact made it compulsory. If you want to attend the webinar, you have to read the book. So they have done a good job. Thank you everyone for joining today.
Thank you so much.
This was going live on our Facebook page.
Yes.
So you can also see the video later on. And we'll be sharing the recording also of this soon.
Suvidha, thank you so much for a wonderful.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was our pleasure, ma'am, to have you, ma'am.
Great time, and you organized it very well, and thankfully the net was okay.
Right. All the students.
That is very important,
Ma'am, you will not believe there are few students who are sitting in their native place. Few of them are like one of our students sitting in Bihar, and there is a lot of lights issues, and fortunately she was able to attend it very nicely.
Very good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yes,
so everyone was so excited, ma'am, and for us, ma'am, I always tell the students ki when we started our fashion shows and when we called Meher ma'am for the first time, the review what we could see on from her face, and they are the new in this industry who are got into fashion shows and all. And after you started mentoring us and you started guiding students, and I think next year you said, Suvidha, I give you 100 on 100, and you have covered all the things what your students should do when they are preparing themselves. So it goes totally to you, ma'am. Today I will take that thing to thank you, because it was learning for me, ma'am. When you entered and the way you started guiding us, it really helped us to guide our students.
Thank you
So
so
thank
much.
you so much for being there,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you. I'm so glad that it's helping you. And I thank everybody who participated also, and Hemant and Patrick and Salome and all the lovely students, and Rupa and Bhavni. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Hemant.
Thank you so much, Mayor ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.